The summer weather is beautiful. Let's get out into the Cascade Mountains and go camping. Made our way to a very unique forest camping destination in the Mount Baker Snoqualmie National Forest. We got the tent set up and had a great time relaxing and recreating out in the forest, even with the noisy campsite neighbors that swung by later in the evening. We hit the road mid-morning on a beautifully clear summer day, headed out first to Enumclaw, Washington, a town that bills themselves as the gateway to Mount Rainier. You could clearly see the volcano standing tall as we made our way across the plains of the plateau before town. A few quick last-minute chores in town, and then we were headed out into the mountains to camp out for the night.
That's a pretty cool statue.
There's a very intricate and bigger-than-life statue in Enumclaw of an ox team pulling a gigantic log.
Yeah, it's a lot of names.
This is a dedication to the men and animals who worked in the forest industry, a main economic driver for the area and all of Washington state.
How cool is that? If that's not awesome.
It is always cool to see this statue just before heading out on Highway 410 for another adventure out in the Cascade Mountains. Let's go. The destination tonight is a campsite nestled deep in the White River Valley, just a few miles downstream from the glaciers on the slopes of Mount Rainier. Soon, we were at our destination. There were some folks already set up, with various levels of comfort and amenities.
Whew, they are living in style, huh?
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, no Starlink internet to deploy with our setup. We're staying in tents tonight, so setting up under the trees is much preferred from my perspective. It was good to be at camp. I was more than ready to get started on some advanced relaxation out here in the forest. This place was mostly deserted on this weekday afternoon. Perfect for us. I was looking forward to a long session of mental rejuvenation that always comes whenever I get away from the crowds and out into nature. Our campsite tonight is at the Ranger Creek Airport, a small combination airport and campground destination maintained by the U.S. Forest Service. There's a small paved runway here suitable for smaller aircraft like single-engine Cessnas and Pipers. Wow, this sure would be a picturesque place to fly into. The view from the ground is spectacular. I can only imagine from the air. Both the airport and campground are unmanned, with aircraft left to coordinate amongst themselves in the air, and campsites left on a first-come, first-served basis. Overall, this place had a very relaxing and chill vibe today, with not much going on. Well, this was a cool find here in camp. A quite tall rope swing hanging high up from a tree, with a convenient boulder to act as a jumping off point.
That's pretty cool.
It can be great fun when previous visitors leave campsite improvements for future folks to enjoy.
Nice.
The dog likes to help with sandwich making.
She does. She doesn't get to help with sandwich eating.
She's just on cleanup patrol.
Sorry, girl. There he goes.
She got a piece of lunch meat, I saw that.
It's a nice place. It's not bad at all. For an airport in the middle of the mountains. Airstrip in the middle of the mountains. Pretty nice. Went all the way down to the end. There ain't nobody down there. And there's a restroom. 2 huge sites, or 12 sites, I don't know. You can see the river through the trees.
Nice.
Not bad. Oh, this is nice.
Let's ride along with Danny for a while on his mountain bike for some exploration around the campground.
Oh. Can I do it one-handed? Surely. Not bad. What it is all about.
The White River flows nearby the campground. This glacial river is formed by the meltwaters from the Embark Glacier just upstream from here at the top of Mount Rainier. The milky appearance of the White River is caused by an abundance of finely ground silt and sediment in the water.
That's neat, but I bet I'll sink if I jump. Oh, I love being up here. It's so incredible. This sand is so soft. And then this sand, oh, look how wild that looks. Oh, is that not incredible? Look at that. So topographical. I don't know, it's incredible. I love this type of, these mud banks. And the water's so milky.
We're just a few miles downstream from the glacier, and the sediments have not yet had time to settle out, leaving the water colored white.
It's clean and clear, but it's milky as can be. These round river rocks. It's incredible. A lot of people have been walking on this mud bar. Dogs and boot prints. Pretty long nails, but I'll imagine they're domesticated dogs anyway. All right, it's time to get back on the bike and explore around some more. We got this river crossing. Yeah, we made it. No problem. All right, let's hop on the bike and continue on. Man, this place is not bad at all. Just right up the road from us. It's beautiful.
While Danny was out riding on his bike, Emma and I had a very relaxing time hanging around the campsite. There may or may not have been a nap or two that occurred while Danny was away. Getting the rest of the gear out of the vehicles can wait. Back on the bike with Danny, let's do some more exploring.
That was fun one-handed. Oh gosh. All right, I need a GoPro, I guess. Wow, I'm out here in the back end. It's kind of closed off. There's no one out here. You can't drive to it. You have to get to it by foot or by bike. Right by the river, man, that's incredible. Woo, it's downright chilly right here, I'm telling you. Found me a nice little spot to hang out at. Not bad. Nice. That'll work. Well, that was a lot of fun.
To me. Pen, a wallet, we'll see how much we owe for this place.
We'll leave the dog here. It's enough. Yeah, I didn't bring anything.
You deposit dog hairs. Yeah, there you go. Leave them here for the squirrels.
He's over there. Good girl.
Okay, time for me to go on a bike adventure.
Extreme mountain biking on flat gravel roads. Yeah!
Or not quite.
You're at the end of the runway here at Ranger Creek State Airport. It's nice out here today. Bluebird day today. Not a cloud in the sky. A bit breezy out here today too. See the windsock going nuts every once in a while.
Yeah, a little bit big for that guy to land here.
We're going on into SeaTac.
What's up? Hey. Chill. Yeah, good girl. Come on. Oh, that's a good dog. Yeah, he barked at me. Let him know you're here. And they are moving on. They said, I don't want it. She's a tough customer. And now, see if he says hello to the camp. Or if he sneaks up on it. Oh, it's a sneak attack.
You making a racket over here?
Well, after doing some campground exploration and early afternoon napping, it was time to start getting the gear deployed. Getting the hammock tied up was a priority, along with getting the ice chest out, cold drinks opened, and sandwiches made.
All right, girl, you're right. Time to set up my tent.
You think someone's ready to go to bed? Said I'm tuckered out.
Busy day, y'all. I didn't get much naps.
You have your mallet, good sir.
Yes. Yes, I do. Sometimes you need a little assistance to get those tent stakes in. I malleted something with my left hand for maybe the first time in my adult life, successfully.
How your finger? Not black like Mass fingernail?
Bah! No. The trick is to hold the phone with the other hand. You think someone's ready to go to bed? Girl, I get it.
She's like, I'd really like an RV trailer.
Shh.
Let's get this bad boy fired up.
Fired up.
Okay, time to get the camping stove hot yet again to cook a meal out here in the wilds of Washington State. Most folks here on YouTube would be getting ready to show you some sort of epic meal preparation and involved cooking procedure to make a meal that would be impressive, even at home. Multiple pots and pans on the cooker, a cooking board out to prepare veggies and various meat courses, sauces made, spices applied. Not us. We're having hot dogs today.
Grilled hot dog bun.
Good enough for us, and just about as easy as it can get.
This is Fran's bun, super fresh. If you live in the Pacific Northwest and you mess with that Fran's bread, let me know. Or is it Franz? I actually don't know.
You should ask the distributor.
Yeah, I talk to the distributor like every other day.
Another plus. Basically zero cleanup. After eating, Emma found again that under the picnic table was a great place to settle in. After preparing the ground to her liking, she settled in and let her evening meal digest.
Jeez, you doing all right down there? Yeah? I gotta get down to the good dirt.
The dog always circles 3 times before it lays down. Hit 32, you know.
Is it to her liking now?
Get a fresh, cool layer.
It was very picturesque around the camp this evening as the sun slowly made its way down towards the horizon. The low sunlight kept the mountaintops basked in golden rays while we were descended into darkness here in the river valley. However, before the sun was completely down, there was still some time left to keep exploring. Bringing the mountain bike along on this trip was an excellent idea.
I don't know if I can do this one-handed. Oh, foot down, foot down, foot down. It's so peaceful up here. Even in the height of a dry summer, the moss is verdant and lush. And the trails are rideable.
Well, this campground sure is a cool location to experience. I have been to hundreds of campgrounds over the years, and this is the first one with a formal runway running right through the middle of everything. Super cool. This sure would be a fun place to fly into with a small airplane and do some overnight camping here at the Ranger Creek State Airport. It's not a big runway here, pretty narrow and less than 3,000 feet long. However, the pavement looked smooth the entire length and the gravel parking area was good. This small, uncontrolled airport is maintained by the state of Washington and appears to mostly be a self-serve kind of operation. Pilots are asked to fill out a guest book to capture statistics, but otherwise, it looks like this place is use as you like, with a few general rules posted to keep this facility safe and orderly. This airport is definitely nestled deep in the valley, with mountains surrounding on all sides. The views as you fly into this place have to be unbelievable.
It's incredible out here. There's no one around. It's so peaceful. Wow. So peaceful out here. So tranquil and quiet. Just feels good. After a long, hard week of work, after a long month of work, it just feels good. Even if you're not working hard, sometimes you just need to relax. Everyone needs to take time off, find a tranquil spot to reflect, and just relax. This is so gorgeous out here. I found the mosquitoes though, so and there is that. That's okay. They don't really bother me that much. I do have to do this. You know I have bad luck with balance. So let's pay attention to what we're doing. All right, that was successful. Time to strap on my bright orange helmet. Like I'm an eighth grader going to the skate park. There we go. What is this in the tree over here? Now that is not something I've ever seen in a tree before. There's a golf ball in the middle of a tree. Huh. Well, must be one hell of a drive. Damn mosquitoes. I just said mosquitoes don't bother me that much, but when I'm looking at a close-up of a spider and something's tickling my leg, I get a little antsy.
We had a great afternoon relaxing and recreating here at the Ranger Creek State Airport and Campground. On the map, this place is sometimes labeled the Buck Creek Campsite, and the sign on the highway indicates the same. However, all the posted signs labeled this as the Ranger Creek Campground. The runway markings also said Ranger Creek, so let's go with that name. We had a delightful evening here at Ranger Creek, relaxing and winding down from the day's excitement. After all day watching the skies in anticipation of a small aircraft landing at the airstrip, the approaching sunset began to dampen expectations that the runway would be utilized today. However, much to our surprise this evening, the low rumble of an approaching aircraft began to be heard in the distance, well after the sun had set on all the local mountaintops. The low rumble in the distance soon turned into a loud roar throughout the campground as a pair of military helicopters passed by overhead,
An Apache!
disturbing the tranquility of the forest. They disturb the tranquility of the forest, all right. Despite the disturbance, most of us were still excited to have seen some local air traffic today out here at Ranger Creek Airport. Emma, however, was not the most thrilled with the air show.
Oh, I'm sorry, girl. Hey, come here, babe. Come here, baby. Come here. Come here, babe. Sorry. I shouldn't have taken you out there.
Well, so far, it has been another great trip getting out and adventuring the Cascade Mountains here in Washington State. Thanks for watching another gravel-bound episode. Please press the like button and subscribe to the channel for more. As the sun made its way beyond the horizon, we got comfortable at camp this evening, watching as the stars appeared and the moon rose above the eastern horizon. The abundant moonlight from the full moon soon illuminated the entire runway and campground with a soothing nighttime glow. It was time for bed. Be sure to subscribe to the Gravel Bound channel and get notification when the Day 2 video out at Ranger Creek is published. Tonight's dreams of aircraft landing in the forest would turn into tomorrow's reality. Thanks for watching. Until next time.